Yes, hello, we're back for another short session dealing with my book, our book, my wife's and mine both, or whatever. I always include her in everything that we do. She's the one who's the editor. She's the one who knows how to type. She takes my kind of scrawl that I've written things out on almost everything that we've published and puts it on computer and into type format, and so she's very, very good at that. And none of what I do would be possible if it wasn't for my wife. So I say thank you to her publicly. Janet, okay, thank you for helping all along the way and being a part of this. And I want to show you a picture that's on the back of this, okay? Here, right on the back, there's a short little brief write-up about the book and about myself here on the back. And down in the bottom corner here, I'm not sure how well you can see it, there is a flower that is prominent in Manitoba in the springtime. It's a crocus flower, and on the acreage where we live, we've got these crocus flowers that all of a sudden bloom in the same locations every spring, and I go looking for them as a sign of spring. It's kind of a sign of new beginnings to us all, and so very, very good. When the birds start coming back, the geese start coming back from holidaying down in the far south and keeping warm down there. And I want to just read a couple of things from the inside of this book to you. I'll find the pages here. And of course there's information on the first few pages about the number of different books that we've written up to this point in time. But here's something that it says here. Remember that this is my code. In here is my personal code of life, the engrafted code. Sit down and write your own if you choose to. Everyone has an important story to tell, and that is very, very true. I'm going to just read something short here to you, and then I can get into a little bit more about the contents of the book. It is a well-known saying that beauty is only skin deep. Including the skin and below it are multi-billions of cells that make up the not-too-pretty organs and tissue of the human body. Within these cells are the DNA molecules which govern everything that the body does, including our patterns of thinking. There is no new DNA, but it is inherited from parents and grandparents up the family line. This DNA is similar to a fixed computer or iOS operating system with internal programming. If you choose your life, you choose your own life, but the influences, talents, preferences, and propensity are embedded in the DNA coding. Cultural and surrounding elements add to the DNA inherited code. Now, what I say there at the bottom, cultural and surrounding elements add to the DNA inherited code, that is where this new thing that I just researched and discovered called epigenetics comes in. It's like a punch or something like that that comes after you were born and as you're growing up in a family. And it could be something like, and I know in my family this occurred or whatever, something like abuse to young girls or daughters in a family and told to keep silent. It could be a certain injury that somebody has in hockey. That's one of the big things that we're hearing about today, are concussions and whatnot. Somebody has an aspiring career. It could be in basketball. We see basketball stars, tall people, unimaginably tall these days, being taken up by certain teams across North America. So all of these things that come as this kind of extra bang or an extra promise of something good happening, or maybe not. Okay, it could be an accident on the farm, an accident in the farmyard, or whatever the case like that might be. It might be a parent dying at an early age or whatever, and the loss of a parent. Those are things that come after the inherited DNA that's within each one of us that can also affect our outcomes in our lives. To make significant changes in your life, you must break the code and set your path in a more chosen direction, if that's even possible. You may need medical attention, you may need various prescriptions or whatever. You may be made aware. When the doctor calls you into his office, he asks for a family history. There, obviously, he's checking out how the DNA line may have brought something into your own body or your own person that is inherited. Diabetes is a good example. And there's all kinds of diseases and things like that that people get. They don't know about it till almost one day. They come down with it, they're diagnosed with it, and that changes the pattern of your entire life. Scientists are now determined to break into the DNA molecule and eliminate inherent diseases. Can you change the DNA code and put in a new iOS operating system? This is similar to the science of behavioral modification, and also modification by using various drugs and pills and perhaps operative things that occur within a person at different points in time. And we all know of friends and families who have suffered just incredible traumatic things occurring in their lives, whether it's violence and crime on our streets and things like that right now, or even my own background is Icelandic, okay, and both my parents' side from Iceland, and there's serious things happening there right now with this volcano being predicted to erupt and break this town in half, or whatever the case may be. Israel right now going through tremendous testing and things like that in trying to get rid of enemy who are sworn enemy, to eliminate one group and set up this other regime, knowing well that it's a matter of same father, different mother. Same father, Abraham, way back in biblical history, but some of these groups are also terrorists at the same time that have kind of self-proclaimed that one group of people has no right to occupy any part of the earth whatsoever. And that kind of thinking is absolutely, totally, 100% wrong and incorrect. It's wrong in individual democratic countries' eyes, and it's wrong in the Lord God Almighty's eyes as well. So we'll call this an end to this session, and hopefully that you're enjoying this, and I'm helping kind of swing you into action, but at the same time keeping the joy of the Lord in your hearts, because that's the one true hope that we have in the future, is that He's going to take care of us the way He has promised to take care of us, and that's what we're resting our entire being on at this point in time. Thank you, and shortly another short